I want to talk to you about 2Checkout, now Verifone, and this is a credit card processing review. So let me give you a glimpse into this company. So when you think about 2Checkout, now called Verifone, basically I want you to think about a digital commerce platform for businesses that sell physical goods or digital products such as software online. And it's global payment options and subscription billing capabilities make it stand out in our view, but its payment processing rates can be expensive compared to let's say domestic rates. Okay. And so in our view here, once again, the product is well suited for businesses that sell digital goods online, could use advanced subscription tools and accept international transactions. So it's really important to understand that 2Checkout, now called Verifone, processes online payments for businesses around the world and lets them choose between two payment models. So you have the subscription or the per transaction fee. So actually, the company was independent, was a standalone company until Verifone acquired that company to 2Checkout in 2020. So around COVID, and so now that's why we said it's 2Checkout, now called Verifone. Now let me give you a very short snapshot of the pricing. So you have pricing that starts at 3.5% plus 35 cents for online payments, and here is a player that doesn't offer processing for in-person payments. Again, that's what I said before. It has to be digital goods, okay? No hardware is available. And it's one of those things. They have 24/7 technical support. Technical support is there 24/7 for merchants through live chat or email, and 24/7 phone and email support for shoppers having order or payment issues. So overall, I want you to think about a company that's based actually in San Jose, California. And so it's one of those things where so now they're part of Verifone, and Verifone is a merchant account provider that focuses on mobile P.O.S. solutions for small to medium businesses. And Francisco Partners actually has this was the group that owned 2Checkout before, so this sold it to Verifone. And one thing I want to say here is that it's really great because Verifone has the capabilities, it has the infrastructure, it has the resources also to revamp how 2Checkout actually operates. So it's just fantastic. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to talk to you about the value added here. So when we think about 2Checkout, what kind of value does this player add to your bottom line? Let's quickly talk about that. So how does the 2Checkout, now called Verifone, really work? So 2Checkout, now called Verifone, helps small businesses accept online credit card payments for digital and physical goods in 200 countries. And the company actually gives clients access to more than 120 card integrations for customizing shoppers' checkout experience. This is really cool. And so the highest tier to monetize plan includes other features like invoice management, global tax and regulatory compliance, tools for boosting conversion rates, and access to more than 45 payment methods. And so the platform offers two flexible payment models. I said this before. So you have a merchant of record model and a payment service provider model. So you can work with the company's sales team to decide which of these options, or a hybrid of two, is actually great for your business. So in the first option, 2Checkout, now called Verifone, serves as the merchant of record, meaning it assumes financial liability for processing your business's transactions. As such, it also handles sales tax management, invoicing, compliance, and more. So that's the first option. And then you have with the payment service provider model, on the other hand, you must cover payment management liabilities and responsibilities yourself, including sales tax collection and remittance. Okay. So when we talk about 2Checkout, now called Verifone payment processing, you need to understand that Verifone processes all major debit and credit cards for most business types. And their services includes P.O.S. solutions, mobile solutions, EMV and PIN card readers, kiosks and unattended payments, virtual terminals and payment gateways, QR codes, device management, recurring billing, and data reporting and analytics. So this is kind of great to really see. And one thing I want to say here is that when you think about Verifone, they have a larger array of services. You have mobile payment solutions. You have Verifone's e-commerce solutions. You have unattended payment solutions. You have security measures solutions, and you also have a whole array of operational resources that really complement the credit card payment processing offer. So this is really fantastic. But I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about 2Checkout, now called Verifone, credit card processing. So this is a review of the service. I want to talk to you about the features here. So when we talk about 2Checkout, now called Verifone, what are the features you need to pay attention to? So you have actually a couple of them that are kind of important, and I will quickly go through some of them here. So you have global payments. So when you think about 2Checkout, now called Verifone, I want you to think about global payments. I want you to think about digital commerce. I want you to think about subscription billing. I want you to think about reporting and analytics. I want you to think about global tax and financial services. I want you to think about risk management and compliance. And I want you to think about merchant and shopper customer service. Let's quickly delve a little bit into those features to explain what I mean. So first of all, global payments. So in addition to facilitating payments in 200 countries, 2Checkout, now called Verifone, is available in over 30 languages and offers 100 display and billing currencies. That means what? It means customers can shop in their language, pay with their preferred methods, and see prices in their local currencies, which is really cool. So U.S. merchants can accept major credit cards, Apple Pay, ACH transfers, PayPal, and more. What about digital commerce? Well, the 2Checkout, now called Verifone, has two shopping cart options, a hosted card and an inline card. The hosted card, as the name suggests, is hosted by 2Checkout and direct customers to pay through its ordering engine. You can choose from a handful of hosted card templates and further customize them for your business. Now, the inline cart is an iframe checkout window that opens on your website and allows customers to check out directly from there. Both cards are basically optimized for mobile devices, so this is kind of cool. And so for those who already have shopping cart functionality, 2Checkout integrates with over 100 of the top shopping cart platforms like BigCommerce, Adobe Commerce, formerly Magento, Shopify, and WooCommerce. So this is kind of cool. And you have a subscription billing, so businesses can manage the entire subscription lifecycle with the 2Subscribe and 2Monetize plans by selling across channels, onboarding users, managing upgrades and downgrades, and boosting renewals and customer retention. And the cool thing is that both plans offer an advanced retry logic tool for recovering failed transactions too. The company also provides revenue recovery tools, including an account updater that ensures billing continuity for subscriptions and increases credit authorization rates. So this is kind of cool. So, and the updater comes with all plans, and additional recovery tools like subscription pause and multiple billing retries are included in the 2Subscribe and 2Monetize plan. So this is kind of cool. In terms of reporting and analytics, you have a sophisticated and diverse sort of set of tools. So this is kind of cool. Overall, fantastic offer. Let's talk about pricing here. I want you to look on the screen right now. Here is a pricing for a Verifone 2Checkout, now called Verifone, on the screen. You can see the 2 to subscribe and to monetize. And you can see here 3.5%. So if we go to, if you talk about the 2 sale, the price is 3.5% plus 30 cents per successful sale. And the features here, you have 14 payments methods plus more available upon request. You have 100 billing currencies, shopping cart templates, checkout available in 29 languages, shopping cart integrations, and risk and fraud protection. Then you have the second plan, you have 2Subscribe. Here you have 4.5% plus 45 cents per successful sale. And the features, you have custom reporting, account updater tool, discount and order management, recurring billing, you have order notification, you have onboarding services, you have shopper and merchant support, and you also have everything in 2 sale plus renewal discounts, subscription management tool, subscription analysis. You also have financial reporting. So this is kind of cool. And then you have 2Monetize. So 2Monetize will actually set you back 6% plus 60 cents per successful sale. In terms of features, you have everything in 2Subscribe plus global tax and regulatory compliance. You have invoice management. You have access to more than 45 payment methods. You have assistance with shopping cart customization. So this is really cool. You have checkout that's available in 33 languages as opposed to 29 languages for to sell. You have more marketing and sales tools. You have the ability to offer trials also. Now, the thing is the 2 monetize plan is only for digital products, not physical products. So it's one of those things where you have to really be very careful here. So when you think about Verifone, 2Checkout now called Verifone, you got to really make sure that you have the transactional volume, because you can see that it's not cheap, and it's one of those things where you have to make sure that the transaction volume is there. But you also have the ability to negotiate contract pricing. So they put their prices on their website, but you have the ability. If you just got to reach out to a sales rep and start the conversation, and you tell them what your processing needs are. You tell them you're in the industry you're in, and basically you'll be able to have a bespoke quote. I want to give you a short review of a 2Checkout now called Verifone. So I want to talk about the pros and cons so we have a clear idea what kind of configuration we have here. So first of all, the pros. You have subscription tools, you have international reach, you have a major player in the market, and you have few complaints online and offline based on our research. So let's quickly delve a little bit so you understand. So when we talk about subscription tools, 2Checkout's 2Subscribe plan includes tools that help subscription-based businesses retain customers, manage subscription renewals, and analyze subscription data. And for businesses such as hardware and software companies that rely almost entirely on subscriptions, access to these features is essential in our view again. There are many merchant service providers that process payments online, but not all focus so heavily on subscriptions and the sale of digital goods as opposed to physical goods. You also have international reach. So if you want to expand your online business across borders, 2Checkout lets you accept dozens of payment methods and currencies and offers multiple checkout languages. But when you extend your reach to different countries, you also have to keep track of regulation changes and tax rules in those countries. So if you work with the platform as your merchant of record, it will do a lot of that work for you. And to keep things simple, transaction fees stay consistent worldwide except in specific countries where an additional 2% fee applies to accept payments from shoppers outside of your country. You have a major player in the market, and you have few complaints. Now let's talk about the cons. So those were the pros, the advantages of having 2Checkout now called Verifone. Now let's talk about the cons. If you go with the 2Checkout now called Verifone, you can only accept payments online. The platform only supports online payments, meaning 2Checkout is best for companies that only sell products and services online. And new ownership means unclear direction for the company. Basically, 2Checkout was acquired, as I said earlier, by Verifone in 2020 at the beginning of COVID. And so right now, they're still trying to really see what kind of strategic direction they should have for the company. So we'll probably have this sort of uncertainty for 1 or 2 more years until things really clarify. Let me talk to you about a few extras here. So when we think about 2Checkout now called Verifone, a few extras will actually revolve around the complaints that we were able to see online. About 25 to 30 complaints that have been actually logged against 2Checkout now called Verify, and a lot of those complaints revolved around customer service and dissatisfaction with pricing. And it's one of those things where you need to understand that basically, overall, when you think about Verifone, 2Checkout now called Verifone, you need to understand that this is a company that actually processes a lot of credit card transactions every single year in the millions of dollars. And so basically there were in the last few months some kind of reports around scam. So basically the company's name has been associated with some scams. Now the company itself is not a scam at all, but their name, their good reputation actually got tarnished slightly because of those revelations. But overall, again, this is a solid company, great company. They have received a B performance overall from a triple B. So this is kind of cool if you really are familiar with performance ratings on triple B, the Better Business Bureau. And one thing I want to say here is that if you were to go with 2Checkout now called Verifone, you want to first have a conversation with a rep on the phone. So basically, this is an opportunity to ask all questions that you can actually think about. You have to talk to them about your transaction volume, what kind of what amount of credit card and debit card transactions you plan on processing every single year, and what kind of needs you have, what kind of industry you're in. And so based on your configuration, they will be able to quote you. One thing I want to say here is that 2Checkout, now called Verifone, is not particular. If you are a high risk merchant, if you are in a high risk industry, they're not going to work with you. It's just one of those things where they have decided for a long time to actually process credit card transactions for high risk merchants. And especially now that they got bought over by Verifone, basically they are totally shutting down the door to those high risk transactions. So if you are listening to me and you happen to be in one of those industries, like, let's say adult entertainment, or let's say payday loans, or debt collectors, whatever, just make sure that you work with somebody else and not 2Checkout, not called Verifone. Let's talk about the rivals here. So when we think about 2Checkout, now called Verifone, what are the rivals you need to think about? Well, you have Stripe, you have Braintree, you have a lot of them though. You have PayPal, Zettle, you have Payment Cloud, you have Helsum, you have a lot of them. And one thing I want to say here is that when we analyze Stripe, for instance, Stripe is relatively cheaper than 2Checkout, now called Verifone. You have 2.9% plus 30 cents for online transactions. You have 2.7% plus 5 cents for in-person transactions. Then you have 3.4% plus 30 cents for manually keyed transactions. You also have 1.5% additional fee for international card transactions. So perhaps one of the most recognizable names in payment processing, Stripe offers actually a variety of payment options and is known for its customizable development tools. So like 2Checkout, it allows you to accept multiple payment methods and currencies and create an integrated solution that works best for your business. You can actually develop your own payment form, use its embeddable checkout, or integrate using you can integrate it using the Stripe API. It also includes business operations tools and offers its own add-ons as well as third-party integration options. What about Braintree? And by the way, Braintree is owned by PayPal, so you just know that. So with Braintree, you have pricing that's pretty transparent. We love that a lot. You have 2.59% plus 49 cents per transaction, credit cards, debit cards, and digital wallets. You have 3.49% plus 49 cents for Venmo in the US only. You have transactions in non-US currency or transactions outside of the US. You also have 0.75% for ACH, maximum fee of $5, and discounts are available for enterprise businesses. So again, if you have the volume, they will work with you. So for an option that offers payment processing with a dedicated merchant accounts, which Stripe does not, you might consider Braintree. It really gives your e-commerce business the ability to accept multiple payment methods from major credit cards to mobile wallets and operates in over 130 currencies and more than 45 countries. Additionally, the company has customizable checkout options and offers third-party integrations with top e-commerce providers, and other tools handle fraud, reporting, and recurring billing. So this is just fantastic. So overall, when you think about, and of course, you also have a Payment Cloud, which accepts high-risk industries, excellent customer support, competitive rates and fees. You also have Helsum that actually takes you with no contract, no monthly fees, and super low processing rates. Fantastic. Let's quickly recap to this conversation. Thank you so much for staying with us. And so into this conversation, I gave you a 2Checkout, now called Verifone, credit card payment processing review. So let's quickly do a recap here. So I gave you a glance into the company, the value added, the features, the pricing, and the review, and finally the extras, and also the rivals, by the way, the rivals. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.